Hey guys, welcome back to Highly Lifestyle, and for those of you who are joining my channel for the first time, don't forget to click that subscribe button below right now. Alright, so it's another session of Chattingz on the Rug, and even though I'm alone, I promise I'll still deliver an insightful chatting session. So for this video, I'm going to be telling you 9 things I wish I knew before I started my journey of entrepreneurship, and also things I've learned. So before I continue, I want to let everybody know that there is no one size fits all plan for entrepreneurs. You have to find what works for you. So this is what I wish I knew. This is what I have learned, and hopefully you learn something too. So let's get into it. So the first thing I wish I knew was that running the business is top priority. So let me explain what I mean by that. I started my lip gloss business because as far back as I can remember, my father always asking me, why your lips are greasy? You eat chicken bucket, eat chicken oil, you grease them out with fritters, all kind of things. So one day I was online researching, and boops, the idea came to me. How to do it came to me through Google, of course. Ingredients, everything. And so I decided I'm gonna make my own for myself. And in doing so, I really enjoyed what I was doing. It made me happy. It was like a passion, so to speak. So many people will develop businesses from their passion. People who craft jewelry, anything that you can make yourself. But the reality is, I've only spent about 15% of my time making lip gloss and indulging in that passion that I claim to have. Because for the most of the time, the rest of the time, I am busy developing business plans and strategies, marketing the product, interacting with customers. And so it's no longer about me making a living from something I love, but more so running the business, because that's now top priority. The second thing I wish I learned, that it's not about profit, it's about satisfying customers. And when I say that, it's because making profit is supposed to be a given, not a goal per se. You get me? So if you're doing it right, you're gonna make your profit, but that shouldn't be the main aim. Because what happens when you're focusing on making profit, you are neglecting satisfying your customers' wants and needs, which means you're not listening to them, and so you are not gonna be able to produce the quality product or service that they're seeking. You're not gonna be improving the quality. So move from the idea that, oh, I need to make a money, I need to make a food, and focus on, okay, what can I bring to the table for these customers? What are their needs and wants? What can I satisfy for them, and how best can I satisfy? So when you move from that profit, I must make a profit perspective, what you find yourself doing is putting your attention and placing emphasis on the product or service that you're offering, and then in turn, because of all the attention that you're paying to it, you end up delivering superior service or product. The third thing you need to know is that cash flow management is important. Keep your records. I have a terrible experience with this. So in the initial stage of my business, what was happening was that I was so caught up in trying to produce quality and quantity, I was neglecting my record keeping. And so we know what happens when you don't keep records. It means that you won't be able to track your cash flow, and you'll end up spending more than you need to. You'll end up spending more than you are making. Even though I said earlier that it's not about profit, you still need to make your profit. And so the best way to know if you're making a profit is to ensure that you're keeping records, so that you can check your records. Which means if you have a great record of how much you're spending and how much you're making, then you can still give all that attention to your quality of service and product. You know, you have to find the balance. The fourth thing I wish I knew was that it gets lonely. Let that sink in. What you need to do is ensure that you have a safety net, and I'm gonna explain. All right, So for sole proprietors especially, we bear all profit and loss, all risks, you know, the whole business definition and all of that. So those who are in partnerships will find that most times they won't feel half the burden that a sole proprietor does. And I'm gonna explain this. So for me, because I'm the only person that's running my business, what happens to me is that I oftentimes feel overwhelmed by the amount of decisions that I have to make, because nobody is gonna make them for me. What you have to do is structure your environment in such a way that you have good people around you, family or friends, or an expert in the area that you have your business in, and so you'll be able to go to them and ask them advice and what do you think about XYZ. Even your very own customers can do that for you. So the fifth thing I wish I knew was that sometimes you may feel like all odds are against you, and I say that because there is no perfect business plan. There is no smooth journey. And for me, when something is a little harder to obtain than usual and you succeed, it makes you feel a lot more proud of yourself. You get to wear that badge of honor, like, okay, I overcame this obstacle, you know, nothing can stop you. Not everything will go according to plan. So what you need to do is ensure that you're the type of person that you always have a backup, you always have a plan B, you're always thinking, how can I mitigate these issues? How can I plan ahead? How can I work in such a way that I can prevent that particular thing that happened to Tom, Dick, and Harry from happening to me? By planning. Okay, and that goes back to the first thing I said, that you'll find yourself having limited time to do the thing that you love most about your business, and everything else, planning, marketing, building strategies, all of that. When I just started initially, when I hit the bumps in the road, I would just stop, ball, so I can't bother, I'm just over it, you know. I don't want to do this anymore, I don't care, I can't bother, the whole works. And that shouldn't be so, because remember, this is your legacy, this is your little piece of you that you're leaving in the world, and it's important for you to continue to find ways to go at the problem, fix the problem, get it dealt with, because sometimes the odds will be against you. So the sixth thing I wish I knew was that activity doesn't equal growth. If you're not building your product and adding customers, then you're not growing. I don't even need to explain that. Full stop. So the seventh thing I want you to know is that you should outsource, optimize, and automate whenever you can. So if you don't know how to make a logo, ask another entrepreneur to make the logo. Pay them for them services. There's somebody else out there that can do what you can't do. Yes, it's good to learn and be able to do things on your own, but at the same time, you getting someone else to do it who offers the service is like, you get to support somebody in the process. You get your product done or service done. You get to use the time that you would have spent learning to do that craft to do what you love most about the business, indulging in the passion aspect of the business. This does not mean that you should know how to do things. You can, but if you have the resources to ask somebody to get it done for you or to pay somebody else to do it for you, by all means do it. I say that because I was studying digital media and graphic designing at the time when I asked somebody else to do my logo, and trust me, she did a better job than I would have done. I loved it. It was easy. She made the process smooth. I told her what I was looking for and she gave me more than what I was looking for. Simple. Before I even go into the next one, make sure you go ahead and check out VICETODAY. I'm gonna put that Instagram handle somewhere here on the screen. I'm also gonna put her link in the description below. People, there are so many entrepreneurs within your little circle that you probably don't even know. Do your research, use up the people in. We're coming down to the end of the video now, and we're at the eighth thing. The eighth thing that I want to tell you is to engage your audience. People want to know that there's a face and a name behind the business. They want to know at times who they are interacting, and I'm gonna tell you my issue with this. When I just started my business, I was so afraid of using the name Heidi because it's of course it's a moniker from my last name. And so I was like, okay, if people know the name and they don't like me, they won't support the business. So why did I use the name? It doesn't matter who likes you and who doesn't like you. Who will support, who will buy. And at the end of the day, who wants their needs to be satisfied, you'll satisfy the needs. Period. Simple. So as far as engaging with your audience goes, I'm talking responding to your messages instantly, responding to their queries as soon as you can, being pleasant on the road when them see you, being pleasant when you're doing your deliveries. Do not be afraid to market yourself. If you go somewhere, if you're in public, if you see somebody, hi, hello, how are you? You look like somebody that would be interested in XYZ. If them say no, is no. No harm done. If them say yes, go ahead. If they're willing to listen, go ahead. You might never know. You may never know what opportunities are out there for you just by introducing yourself and being pleasant and offering a product or service to somebody. Simple. Engaging with your audience also means doing giveaways. It also means giving them small unexpected tokens with their purchases, texting them after they've bought the product or received the service. Ask them, how did you like the service? You know, feedback them something there. Engage with the people. Simple. And finally, the 9th thing that I want you to know: have fun. Do not overwork yourself to death, because that's not good for your health, and that's also not good for the business. I just want to tell you to enjoy life. We only have one. It is short. So celebrate your victories, no matter how small they may be. It keeps you sane and it keeps you focused. Don't forget to like and leave a comment below. Share this video with an entrepreneur friend or somebody you know that's about to begin their entrepreneurship journey. So before I sign out, remember, love and light always for the lifestyle family.